In the last session, we have started about the array. So do you have any question? Anyone? If you have any question, you can ask me. So here we have list of array. You can see we do have some names over here in this array. So tell me one thing. What if I want to find the length of this array? What I have to do?
Array.length.
Array.length. Okay. So what exactly it will return? Length of the array, isn't it?
Length of the array, yeah.
Fine. Here it is returning length of the array. What if I want to access, okay, the first element of this array? What we have to do? Tell me.
Array in bracket 0.
Array of 0 we need to pass.
Yeah, array of 0.
So what is the meaning of array of 0?
It will give the index of that whole array.
Yeah, the element it will return which is available on index 0.
Index
Correct?
0. Yeah.
Now tell me, what if I want to access the last element? Anyone?
We can pass 4.
4, okay. So we can pass 4. Here you know the length right now. Like if you have the 1000 records, what you will do? You don't know actually what will be the array size. Then this is correct. Means in this case, it is working fine. But how about that? Like even though if you are changing the array length, you should be able to find out what the last element of array. What you have to do then? So let's say here, how many elements are there in array? Tell me.
5 currently.
5. Fine. And index will start from which number?
0.
0. So what is the last index right now?
It's 4.
4. And length is?
5. Means we can do the one thing, array dot length -1.
Yes, exactly. We can write array dot length -1. So
-1.
whatever the array size is, it is going to return you the what?
Last element.
Okay, fine. What if I want to access this one, the second last element? What we can write? Any idea? What we can do is I need to access this element here, Anand. So what I have to do? Any guesses? Can we write like this here? Simply array of 0, 1, 2, 3, 3. Isn't it? Right now we are able to do so. But what if whatever array anyone is passing, okay, you need to find out the second last element of that particular array. What you can write then? Always you need to find the second last if it is there. For last, what you are doing? For last element, tell me.
We are -1. I think we have to -2 here for last
Yeah, so exactly.
second.
If you will guess -2, so -2 means total length is right now 5, and 5 minus 2 will be what? 3. So 0, 1, 2, 3, isn't it? So likewise, you can pass here based on the length. From right side also you can count the element. -1 means length, -1 means last element. Length -2 means second last element. Likewise, you can come up to here. So what if you want to access here John? Simply you can write array of 0, or what you can do? What you
Mine
can do? -1, 2,
5.
3, 4, 5.
Yeah, -5.
So -5 length minus.
It's 0. Yeah. 5
Then
minus
it,
5, it's 0. It's print
yeah,
John.
5 minus, yeah. So you can simply write, if you want to access first element array of 0, isn't it? Just I'm showing you like how you can access these things, or simply you can write array.length minus array.length again, isn't it? You will get what? First element, isn't it? Always. So this is just kind of expression. That's why I'm showing you here. Tell me, if I want to add something at the end of this array, what you can do? If I want to add something at the end of this array, some other name, what I have to do here? So what will be the index for the new item? Tell me first. Right now, what is the last index in this array? We have 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. If you will add something new, what will be the index of that
5.
element? 5. So what is the current length of this array? Array length is what? Array dot length is right now 5, no? Simply you can write here, no? Array of array dot length is equal to ram. Can we do it? So now it is adding here, and if you will try to print that one, that array, updated array, see what you are getting here at the end. At the end you are getting ram or not? So whenever you want to add something at the end of the array as a last element, you can simply write array dot length, because that will return you the current length of the array. And you, if you will pass that array length value as an index, so that will be the next element index. Okay, so that's why I'm passing here. Now tell me, so here you have seen how to add something at the end of the array. If I want to remove now something from, right now here we have this array, the original array. If I want to remove something from here, the last, let's say I'm going to add here ram. Okay, if I want to remove that particular name from Ramesh, from here, what you can write here? Any idea?
-1
Sorry,
equal to array dot length -1 is equal to Ramesh.
array dot, tell me once
Array
again.
dot length -1
Length -1
is equal to
is equal to,
close the bracket.
Sorry,
Ramesh, sir, Ramesh.
like this.
Not like this, sir. Actually, we added sir, RAM. Like that
So
length index we reduced. Okay. No.
we cannot do like that, no? You are saying here simply array.length -1 means it will assign here, means it will replace that second value, Himanshu, isn't it? I don't have to what? The reassign that particular value. I'm just willing to remove the last element of this array. What we can do? Anyone can tell me that? See, what is the array.length right now? Array.length. Tell me. So array.length is 6 and total number of see the original array here it is showing. So here we have array.length. Okay. Now if I'll say array.length is equal to array.length -1. So what will be the updated value of that length? Tell me.
5.
5. And I'm saying that array.length should be 5. So when you are saying array.length is equal to 5, it is removing one element from the last, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
And it is returning you what? The updated array. Okay. Now tell me, what if you have to reset this array, even though if you have all these elements here, if you want to remove all the elements at a time, what you can do? Tell me. Any idea? No.
Array dot length minus array dot length is equal to array dot length minus 5 if we remove the Ramesh, like that.
No, like right now we have just removed one element. No, isn't it? So if you want to remove one element from end, you are writing just array.length -1, isn't it? What if you have to remove each and everything? So can we write like this simply 0? Array.length itself is 0 now. See, here we have the count first before deleting that. Total number of elements. How many elements are there? 6. Here we have original array. When I'm saying array.length is 0, so it is setting it here array.length as 0, because if you will expand this one, here we do have length property, isn't it? And that we are updating. Okay. So now when we are saying array.length is 0, so you are not able to see any element because we are explicitly saying that reduce the array length property as a 0. So you won't be able to see anything here. Okay. This is the first way that you can simply reset the array. Or the second you can do is, instead of this, can we write like this? Isn't it? We can write like this, no? No need of this console because it will return again that array. See here, before deleting this, total length was 6. And here you have what? You can see total 6 elements. And now after setting this one, or you can say the assigning this one empty array, you are getting this empty array here. But there is a minor difference that you need to understand here. So are you guys able to understand this? Is what I'm trying to say. If you want to just empty any array, what you have to do, the first way is like simply you can write array.length is equal to 0. Okay. And another way is array is equal to assign again empty array. That is also another way to just like make that array as empty. Is that clear?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So you can do that, but you have to be very careful here when you are trying to just reset that one. Okay. I'll show you one thing. Here we have array, no? What I'm going to do is I'm going to declare another array called array1 is equal to, I'm going to assign here array. And now console.log, here I'm going to show you just first the array value and then array value, array1 value. Both are same or not? Tell me. Here I'm just assigning in new variable that array1. Okay. So one thing here you can see when I'm saying the new array is which one? Tell me. Which one is the new array?
Array1.
Array1. Okay. So let me do one thing here. So array1 dot length, okay, is equal to 0. Okay. Here I'm going to write console.log. Okay. Now tell me what will be the output here. 1 second, huh? Tell me what will be the output.
Empty array.
I'm trying to print here array1, array and array1. And which one I'm trying to reset at as empty? Array1, isn't it? So if you will save this one, no, both of the array, the original array and where we are copying this one also getting empty, because here if you will see the length property, you can see this is called as like there is an internal reference with that property. It doesn't have its own original property here. Both of them are referencing the same length property here. And this is known as deep copy. If you have heard of like deep copy and shallow copy. So if you will just try to like reset any array with this property like array.length is equal to 0. So what it is going to do, because here we have this one is a non-primitive value and just you are reassigning here. So it is just holding the reference. An array is also holding the reference that we will see in call by value and call by reference. But here just to show you that like here, if you are accessing the array1.length property, internally you are accessing that particular like array.length property only. The reference is same here and you are directly changing the length property of that particular array. Okay, so that's why here both of them are getting, you can say change or getting mutated here. Another way that you can do is, let's say here we have the first way and another one is here array1 is equal to, simply I'm writing this one. Then see, the original array length property is still 6 and the updated one is here 0. So this is known as shallow copy. Even if you will reset this one, let's say instead of array 1, if you will try to just reset the array. So here the first one is empty, but what value we are copying here? You see array value here, array ARR value. Even though I'm resetting here, still after that, you are able to see that value which we have copied inside array 1. From where? From array. So this is the basic difference you need to understand. Like if you are using array is equal to simply that empty array, it is not going to change the original array. If you are using any reference type of variable or if you have any assignment, it is not going to change the original array. But if you are using array.length property and you have a reference type of like assignment, then it is going to change original array also. So you need to be careful when you are using these things. Okay. But by using these two ways, you can reset your arrays. Another methods are also there. Till now, we have not learned about any method here. Now we will start about array methods. If you have any question, you can ask me. Any question, anyone? No? So here we have that array. Okay. So now you will be able to see here. That's why I have copied here. Now, what if you want to add something in this array by using any method? So for that, here we have a built-in method called, let's say, console.log. Okay. And here I'm going to show you first the original array. And we have a method called push. If you want to add something from end of the array, at the end of the array, any element if you want to add, you can use push method. So simply where you want to push in this array. So you need to write first the array name and then dot. Okay, so this is a method, array dot push. Why I'm saying method? Because this is a function and where it is inside the array prototype that we will see in the prototype when we will start. Like what exactly is that? So prototype is kind of object. Okay, so it is the function of that particular object, and that's why whatever function will be inside the object, that is known as method. Okay, and normal functions you can call it as a function only. So here this is a method. So array dot push, and then you have to call this function. So to call this function, you need to add a parents. So what element you have to add here? Whatever you want, you can pass as an argument. Let's say here I'm going to pass as Steve. Okay, we'll save this one. So here, if you will see, before inserting this one, we are getting simply what? The original array. And how many elements are there? 5. And after that, we are getting what? 6. So it is returning the number of elements, or you can say the new array length. Okay. So if I'll do one thing here, immediately after this, if I'm going to print again that array, you will get the updated array. See here, before inserting that, array will look like this one, the original array. Then it is returning the, after pushing here, see, when you will push any element in this, you will get the new array length. And here we have updated, you can see array. And where it is inserting at the end of the array. This element is, you can see where it is at the end. Another thing you can do here, if you want to add multiple values, that also you can do. Just you need to put a comma over there if you are passing like two different values. So that is kind of argument only, multiple arguments you can pass over here in push method. So Here I'm going to pass the second value as Rohit. We'll save this one. So see here, I'm able to add two elements at a time, and the updated value it is returning 7. So you need to remember what is the return type of this method. So it is going to return the updated length of the array. Okay. And second thing, you can pass one or more than one argument, whatever you want to add in the array. So this is the first method you can use. Second thing here we have, that is pop. If you want to delete some element from end of the array, you can use, instead of push, you need to mention here pop, and no need to pass here any argument, because it is going to remove at a time one element only from end of the array. So now you will be able to see here, we have here 5 elements. Okay. And in push method, the return type was what? The new or updated array length. But if you are using pop, it will return you the element which you have removed from that particular array. So here it is returning, you can see. And after deleting that, see the updated array is here. So you can use pop to delete any element from end of the array. Now, what if you want to delete something from like you can say from the front of the array? Okay. If you want to add something or delete something from the front of the array, then what you have to do? So for that, here we have, as we were using here push method, no? So we have here unshift. Unshift is to add something. If you want to add something in the beginning of the array, so here I'm going to add the same thing here now, Steve. Okay. See here. In the beginning, it is adding. The original array is here. And likewise, as we were getting the new array length here with the push method, same thing we are getting here unshift. The only difference is push will add any element at the end of the array, and it will add in the beginning or in the start. Okay. Here also you can add like multiple values. Here, if I'm going to add, let's say, Rohit. Okay. See, we are able to add these two values, and here also you can see it is returning the updated length. Okay. Likewise, here we have, this one is shift, unshift. Now we have shift. So if you want to delete something from the beginning of the array, same likewise, that pop method, you need to use this one. So here it will return you the deleted element from the start of the array. Okay. So here it is returning, and it will work like this pop method only, but the only difference here, shift is going to delete any element from the start of the array. Okay. Now, another method here we have is, we are going to learn about slice. Okay. Slice. Okay. So simply I'm using slice, and let's see the result here. Okay. Here the original array is array. When I'm using array.slice, it is giving me the same array. And after that also, when I'm trying to print that array, I'm getting the same array. What is happening actually? So see, slice method you can use if you want to clone any uh, array, or if you want to take some like element from that array, not all. If you can select that element from where to where you want, then you have to use slice method. So here, if you're not passing any argument in this slice method, it is going to take the entire array. Now, here you have to give, like, if you are passing, if you are not passing any argument, then it will take the entire array. If you are passing just one argument, and that you have to pass in the form of integer number. Okay, so if I'm passing here, let's say 0, okay, then also you will get the same result. So what is happening here, you are saying this one is the start index. So start selecting or start copying element from index 0. If you will say start copying element from the 2, index 2. So what it is going to take here, see, 0, 1, 2. So from 2, I'm not giving here any limit like end of the array index or something like that. So it will take the entire array, whatever size of the array is, it will take from there if you're passing just one argument. Now, if you are saying start from 2, okay, and till 4. So 4 means is not the last index. Here, see, it will start from the 2, 0, 1, 2. So from here it will start 3, 4. So it will not include 4. It will be always 4 minus 1 only. So it is going to return you Anil and Anand only. So see here, that you need to remember. If you are passing 2 arguments, so last one will be what? The last index minus 1, whatever you are passing, that will be not included in that one always. So if you are passing 4, it will select till 3 only. And this is the starting index. Okay. Now, let's say if you are passing simply -1, then what will happen? Anyone? It will return you the last item. Okay. If you will give -1, if you will give here, let's say -2, what will be the output? From last, it will return you 2 elements, means Anand and Himanshu. See here, and it is copying. Okay, it will return you the new array, and it is not going to change the original array that you can see. Okay, it is returning in the form of what? In the form of array only, but it is not changing the original array. As you can see here, we have array, and when I'm trying to just copy that one, so here you can see array.slice. Okay, and then you can pass negative values also. If you're passing -1, it will be the last element. Likewise, you can pass those many values. If you are passing, let's say -10, okay, so what it is going to do, it will take the entire array. Okay, if you are going to pass -infinity, so whatever the array size is, it will take the complete array. In the negative, it is coming from here. See, -1, -2, -3, -4, -5. So if I'll pass -4, so it will select till Arun only. So here you see Arun, Anil, Anand, Himanshu. 4 values only I'm getting. So that you need to always remember that you can pass negative values also. Okay, and is kind of shallow copy, means it is not going to mutate your original array. It will return you the new array only, and you can copy whatever element you want. Okay, so this is all about the slice method. Now we have another method called splice. Okay, splice. So if you will use this one, no, splice, if you're not going to pass any argument in it, first thing you see here, you're not getting any element here, and the original array is like that only. You're not changing anything. So first you need to pass here. If you want to copy something, okay, if you want to copy something, let's say from index 0, okay, and you are not giving like how many elements you want to delete. Actually, it is kind of, slice is kind of copy and splice is kind of cut. Okay, so see here what will happen. Started from 0 index, and it will select all the elements and it will cut from there. So you do not have the, or you can see in the original array, you do not have any element right now because it will cut from there. So it will work like, if the how actually copy and cut works. So slice will work like copy and splice will work like cut. Okay. So it is going to change, it will return you the new array, but it is going to change the original array. So first thing will be the starting index. Okay. And the second argument you need to pass, like how many elements you want to delete. So start from 0. I'm saying start from 0 and delete, let's say 3 element. So see, from starting, if you will see 1, 2, 3. So it is removing that one, John, Arun, and Anil. It will cut from that element or that array. Now here you will have just Anand and Himanshu. So you can see in this array just 2 elements left. So it will work like cut only. I think now you understood. So if I'll say start from 0 and don't delete any element, if I'm saying 0, 0, see, it is not going to cut anything from here, the original array, and you have the original array as it is. So first one is like a starting index. Another one is like how many elements you want to delete from that element. Now the last one is whatever you want to push. Here you can write as a third argument. So third, fourth, fifth, whatever you will pass, no, that will be considered as like push method only. So let's say here I'm saying 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. If I'll save, see what is happening. Select that particular index. Okay. Where you want to add these elements from index 0. Should start from 3. The output will be John, Arun, then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then rest of the values. And I'm not going to delete anything here. See now, John, Arun, Anil. Okay, 3, 0, 1, 2, 3. So third index is here. It's my bad, means I have counted from 1. So third index is here. So it will start from the third index. Okay. And then you are able to append values in between that array. So you can use what? Array.splice, but always remember it is going to change your what? Original array here. Original array, it will change. Now, if you will see here, it is going to return you what? If you will delete those elements, you will get. Otherwise, it will return you, see, the empty array. If you are going to delete something, you will get that deleted element in the form of array. Otherwise, it is going to mutate your original array only. Okay. Now, let's say I'm saying delete 2 element from the index 3 and then add these many elements. So what it is going to do, here we have original array, John, Arun. Okay. Anil. So it will delete these 3 elements and then it is going to add, okay, from there 2 elements. So here 1, 2, 3, 3 elements are there. So it is going to select, and from there how many elements I'm saying to delete? 2. So Anand and Himanshu will be deleted from there, and just it is going to append these values thereafter. So the first argument is the starting index. Second one is number of elements to be deleted. And after that, whatever values you will pass, like n number of arguments you can pass over there, that will be added. Even you can pass these things in the form of array also. So that will work like that. And it will work how exactly the cut and copy works. So this is kind of deep copy. Deep copy means it will mutate the original array. If you are going to delete something, it will return the array with those elements which you have deleted. If you will update, not delete, you will get the empty array as a like a returned value, and it is going to change the original array as well. So this is all about splice method. Now, after this, we have one method called at. Okay, at. So as we were using, let's say here, this one, array of 0. Okay. So array of 0 means you are getting here as John. So instead of this, if you will use this one, array dot at, okay, not flat, at, you will get the same thing. So you can use this method also. It will work same like that one only, which we were using like bracket. So you can use this one, and same thing here. The advantage is like the benefit of this one is if you will write simply like this -1, it will give you what? The last element. But you cannot do these things with directly this one. -1 if you'll give, you will get error. Okay. See here, undefined, because that is not available. So that instead of this one, you can use what? Array dot at. Okay. And it will give you the like last index value. If you'll pass -2, you will get the second last. Okay. So you can use this array method instead of using that subscript or bracket notation. So now the next thing here we are going to learn about, we'll see about the slice we have seen, splice we have seen. We are going to learn about, one sec. Yeah. So now we will learn about sort. Okay, sort method. So here, if you will see in the array, in array we have this name John, Arun, Anil, Anand, Himanshu. So that is not sorted actually, isn't it? If you want the sorted array based on like the alphabetically order, so what you can do, simply you can use here one method called sort. Okay. And this is also one method of array. So now see here, you are getting what? Anand, Anil, Arun, Himanshu, John. Alphabetically, you are getting this one. Okay. And now this one is ascending order by default. What if you want descending? Then one thing, if you're working with a string, it is working fine. So first we will see like if you want to like sort this one in descending order, then what you have to do. So for that one, what you can do, you need to pass here one callback function as an argument. See, now this one will be helpful. Like we have already learned about no callback function. So it accepts actually a callback. So what I'm saying, always you need to compare one by one. No, so two parameters it will take, like the first value and the second value. Always it will compare. And then if you want this one, so simply you can write if A is greater than B. Okay, A is greater than B. Then what you have to do is, let's say, then return -1. Okay, and next thing I'm going to write here is if A is less than B, then return 1. Else, whatever the condition is, return 0. So here we have now see John, Himanshu, Arun, Anil, Anand. Now simply, if you want just that the reverse order, simply you need to remove this callback function from here. So here it is giving you in the like descending order, this one, by using this callback. Just I'm writing here that condition. We have already learnt about the comparison operator, this one, sorry, this relational operator in operator section. And when we were comparing the what a string, so it was comparing like one by one character. So if you remember that one, based on that only I have written this logic as a callback function here. Else what you can do, if you don't want to write here, simply cut it from here. Okay. And what you need to do is here you can write simply this one like this, and here you need to give a name as anything you can write, but I'm writing here callback only. Okay. Simply you need to call this method here, and it will work in the same way. Okay. So I'm going to write here this one instead of callback, sort string, and we'll pass this one here. Okay. So if you want to sort any string, it will work fine. Now let's say here we have another array, and that is where arr1 is equal to 4 comma 5 comma 10 comma 102 comma 404 comma 299. Okay. Now what if I want to sort this one? We have seen this condition. What if I want to sort this array? What will be the output now? Tell me. If you will see here, we have 10, 102, 299, 4, 404, and 5. So based on the string format only, it is comparing. Original array is this one, okay? And it is going to mutate the original array whenever you see what that you need to remember. Okay. So it will mutate. So best thing is that if you don't want to mutate the original array, just returned value you can use here. And the main array will be not changed by using the map and filter function that we will see later. So here you can see first it is taking 10, then 102, then 299, then 4, then 404, then 5. You see in ascending order it is. Okay. And it is taking these values as a, a string only. So what if you want to sort these numbers? So you can use another callback function. So this one was for the string. Another one I'm going to use as simply function sort number. Okay. So here also you are going to compare two numbers, no? So you need to pass two params here, a comma b, or num1 comma num2, and simply here you need to write one simple logic, that is let's say that one is, yeah. So if you will write a minus b, okay, a minus b, it will give you this one. You need to pass here as a callback. See here 4, 5, 10, 102, 299, 404. So now you are getting the correct order. What if you want in like descending order? Simply b minus a, 404, 299, 102, 10, 5, 4. Like that you can use. So here we are using callback functions. Okay, just to sort these things. So now I think this is clear how actually it is working. If you have any question, you can ask me. Any question, guys? Are you guys able to hear me or not?
So how it will work when we do A minus B?
Actually,
Means,
if you know the sorting algorithm, so here what we are doing, so we are comparing each and every time when you are using callback function, no, it will compare here. The first value here, let's say 4, it will be passed to the A, and then 5 to B. Okay. Now it will check here, not in this condition. So here, see, if you are getting, let's say 4 minus 5, so what you will get? Minus 1. Okay, whenever you will get a minus 1, no. So if it is, the condition is like, if it is less than 0, okay, then you will get what? First value. The algorithm will work like that if you know that sorting algorithm. So if you have a, I'll show you how exactly is that. Tell me, what is the first value here? What is the first value? I'm
4.
writing simply a minus b. Okay,
Yeah,
in normal scenario, a minus b. Tell me, what is the first value?
4.
4. And second value?
5.
So at a time it will take just two values and it will compare. Okay, so 4 is inside a and 5 is inside b. So 4
Yeah.
minus 5 is what?
Minus 1.
So minus 1 is greater than 0 or less than 0.
Less than 0.
So if it is less than 0, the returned value will be a only. Okay. If you are getting, the logic is like this. If you are getting less than 0, okay, you need to place a only. Whatever the a value is there, that will be returned. Okay. The second thing is, if you are getting the return value 4, 5 will be like that only. The 5 will remain same. Now you are going to compare 5 and 10. Tell me, like, what is the value of a?
5 and 5.
5 and 10.
Again we get minus 5. Means less than 0.
Minus 5 less than 0. Again, what will be the returned value?
5.
5. So it will be there only. No need to change. Okay. Now, tell me, the second value is 10 and 1 or 2. So in
Yeah.
a, what is the value right now? 10.
10.
And 10 minus means minus value will come. So it will remain same here also.
Yeah.
Then 102 and 404 minus value will come. It will remain same. Now 404 and then 299. What will be the value here? Now,
Plus value.
so it is greater than 0 or less than 0.
Greater than 0.
Then if it is greater than 0, you will get what? B as a returned value. Okay. So when you will get B, no. So what is the value here? B 299. So it will be
299.
replaced. So internally, that only they have written inside the sorting algorithm, and like this it is working. So when you have some value which you are getting as a returned value which is less than 0, the returned value will be a only. If it is greater than 0, okay, returned value will be b.
Means this algorithm is inbuilt. Just we have to call it, right?
Yes,
Like
yes,
sort number, sort
yes.
string. Just we have to call it.
Yeah, you need to pass this callback. Okay.
Okay.
And if you are getting some value which is equal to 0, okay, which is equal to 0, then nothing will happen. It is not going to swap. Fine. So
Yeah.
these three logics they have already written over there. Just we need to pass this one, this callback, and it will work like that. Is that clear?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, because sort method is already there. They have internally written like that only. Okay. Now the next method is after sort, that is concat. Concat you can use. Concat, the name itself is saying like to add two different things, isn't it? So let's say here you have another array, this one, array 1. So what you can do if you want to add array 1 and array, so simply you can use here concat method. What? Concat. And which array you want to add? Array 1. So see here what it is going to do. So it will add actually. It is not going to change your original copy. See here the array 1 and see here you have array and here you have array 1. But in between here you see, in between what I'm doing, array and array 1 I'm concatenating. So here it is giving you as a single array. So whenever you want to add 2 or more arrays, you can pass here as an argument. So if you want to add 2 times, like right now we do not have array 2. So I'm taking array 1 only. Again, I want to add again array 1. And then in this only I'm going to add array again. So what will happen here? First array 1, okay, then array, array 1, again array 1, see, and then last you can see here we have array. So if you want to concatenate multiple arrays, you can use this concat method. Is that clear? Now another thing here we have is another method is that is fill method. Okay, fill. So here what exactly fill will do? So it shows all the like elements in array with the like let's say if you have provided any value, okay, if you will provide any value, that will replace with that particular value only. So here if I'm saying simply fill, okay, and I'm calling like this, you will get undefined, undefined, undefined. Okay, and array 1 is not defined here, it is coming because I'm trying to print this one. So see here, original array will be manipulated here. As you are not passing any value, so it will take undefined and it will fill with that particular value only. So you are getting here each and every value here as a undefined. Now if I'm saying hey, replace all those array values, what is the original value here, John, Arun, with this one dash. See, so all those array values are replaced with what? Dash. If I'm saying here mango, all these array values are replaced with mango. So like that you can do. But here you have one more control here, that if you want to fill something from where to where, that you have to limit. Then what you can do, simply if you will pass 1, okay, if you're not passing anything, you have seen you will get undefined, undefined. By default argument will be undefined. If you are passing any string or any number, it will, or a special character, it will fill with that particular character. What if you want to limit something? You are saying fill this array with this particular word, okay, and what you have to do is here you need to mention the starting index and end index, okay, so that you need to mention. And like you have learned these things in slice, if you want to start from the second index, simply if you'll mention second index and you are not giving the last index, what it is going to do, it will start from the second index. See here, second index, until end of the array, it is going to fill with that particular string, whatever you have passed. If you want to limit, Let's say if you are saying here, start from second index and it should go till 3. Till 3 means it will start from 2 and the last one will be not included. The one which you are passing, it will be less than that. So 3 minus 1 will be what? 2. So it is going to just replace that value only with the mango. 3 minus 1 is 2. So 0, 1, 2. So it will start on 2 and it is ending at 2 only. So if you are saying simply 5, so index is 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. 5 is not there. So it means it will take till end and will fill mango, 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 the last 3 index. If you will give 4, so last index will not be included. 4 means it will take up to 3 only. So here you see mango, mango. So you can pass like this if you want to fill something. So let's say if you have like a phone number and you want to mask all those phone numbers, if you have any dash, so that dash with space, or if you have any space, that space should mask with the let's say with the dash. So if you want to do like that, you can use this fill method. Okay. Now we have another method called split. Okay, split. So here we have this array. I want to split this one. Simply split. Okay, sorry. A split will work on a string. A split will work on a string. So let's say here we have, we will not cover this one in this one. A split and join we will see in a string. So here let's say you have where str, just I'm showing you what will happen. Okay, str is equal to hello world. Here we have how many words? 2 words. And if you want to split this string, okay, it will give you a array only. Here we are getting now, instead of that, what? I'm going to comment this one also. Here you will get what? An array, because you are not splitting. Simply the return type of the split is array. If you want to split these 2 words, okay, and I'm not giving any characters, so it will split each and every character here and it will return an array, HELLO, like that. Okay, so if you want to split with that space, so it will return you the element like here hello and world, 2 different words. So you can simply split that one. Okay, and if you want to join, you have the join option also that you can use. We will see these things in string. So I was saying that let's say if you have here, if you have an array, just I'm going to copy this one. We'll comment here and we'll put this one here. So we will be able to see, no? Let's say here we have this array, okay? And like here we have just 5 elements. In case if you have 1,000 records and you are looking for some name in that, whether it is there or not, or if you have one ID, this is name, instead of this name, if you have one ID and you are looking for that ID, so you can use that includes method. So here in this case, I'm just looking for Steve. Okay, check this array whether it is including this particular value or not. and based on that, it will give you that result. See here, I'm getting what? False. Now, let's see, I'm going to check here for Arun. It is true. Now you got my point? Like when you can use, just if you want to check any array that like whether this value exists in this array or not, then you can go with the includes. Okay. Now, another one is here. Another one that you can use, another method I'm going to show you after this includes, we have reverse. Okay, reverse. So what you can do is, here we have reverse method. Okay, so you can see here we have array like John, Arun, Anil, Anand, Himanshu. So if you want to reverse this array, you can use reverse. See, it is reversed now. The John is the last element, Arun is the second last, like that you can see, and the last element is coming here as a first element. So whenever you want to reverse some element of array, simply you can use this one, reverse function. Okay. Another method is here that you can use, like push we have seen, pop we have seen, unshift, shift also, indexOf. So if you are looking for any element and you want to remove that one, so first what you are doing, you are checking whether that element is there or not. If it is there, then what is the index value of that particular element? So first I'm going to show you here, what if you are not getting that value and that is not in that record, what value you will get? So you will get in that case -1. If you are looking for any record and which is not available in that array, you will get what? -1 when you are using indexOf. Let's say if I'm going to search for Anil. So what is the index value of this one? 0, 1, 2. So you should get here as a returned value what? 2. Here you are getting 2. Okay. So for that purpose you can use, if you want to find out like the index value of any element, you can use what? indexOf. Okay. The next method is here that we can use, and yeah, one more thing, it will check just the first occurrence. Okay, wherever it will find the first one, it is not going to check the next values. Immediately after that, it will return this indexOf value, that you need to remember. Okay. Now here I'm going to check one method is there, that is every. Okay, every. So what I'm saying here, check in the array. Okay, and it is going to take the callback function. Okay, so indexOf we have learned. Now we are going to learn about what? Every. So this is one special method which accepts one callback. So callback means here as an argument you need to pass one function. So simply I can pass this anonymous function, isn't it? And here the special thing is it accepts 3 parameters. This callback function accepts 3 parameters. The first one will be item, whatever value here you have, that is known as item. So it will give you that item. Second one, it is going to return index. And the last one, it is going to return the array itself, whatever the value is there, it is going to return. So first I'm going to show you here. Console.log. Okay. What? Item. Then index. Then array. Okay, I'm going to comment this one for now and this one also. We'll see what is the output. So what we are getting here, John 0 array and return type as what? This is the return type. So John is nothing but item value. Okay, item. So here simply you can write this one is item or the value, exact value of that array. And this one you can mention here that this one is index. Okay, and the last one is array itself. See now, you will get here the item is John, index is 0 and array. So 3 parameters it is taking. It is accepting 3 parameters, and I have proved that it will take the item, means whatever the array value is there, and then index of that particular item and the array, the original array. Okay, now no need of this one. So what exactly we can do with this? So here you need to pass, let's say if you're writing a logic over here, so if you're not writing anything, by default you will get what? False. If you're writing here that return check if all the names or the item here, in item only all the name will be there, all the name dot length is greater than 3, it will check each and every element. If all the elements are greater than 3, then only it is going to return you true. Okay, otherwise if it is not satisfying even a single condition, no, it will return you what? False. So that's why here the name is every, means it is going to check each and every element. It is kind of AND operator. If you remember, the left hand side and the right hand side, both of the conditions should be true, then only it is going to return what? True, else false. So like that only it is going to check. If each and every condition is satisfied, then only I'm going to return what? True. This function is saying. So let's say if I'm saying here, if item dot length is greater than, here we have 5, here we have 3, 6, 8. So if I'm saying let's say 5, so how many elements are there, or how many name which we have written which is greater than 5? Just one, isn't it? So it will return you false. If I'm saying here, if all the names are greater than 4, so greater than 4, if you will see this is 4, this is 4, this is 4. So greater than 4 means Anand and Himanshu. Still you will get false. But if I'll make here this one as greater than equal to, okay, greater than equal to, it will be true, because all those names you can see is at least, the length of that name is at least 4. So here I'm writing item dot length greater than equal to 4. So when you are going to check each and every element with that particular condition, whatever you are writing, if that is getting satisfied, then only you will get what? True. Okay, else you will get what? False. So if you have any like use case like this, like if you want to check each and every element with that particular condition, then you can go with the every method. Just opposite of this one, we have what? Instead of every, we have sum. This is just reverse. So here, if it will get, let's say if I'm not giving anything, you will get by default as false here also. But what is the difference here? If I'm saying, let's say, if name is greater than 8, you will get what? False, because there is no name like that which is greater than 8. I'm saying a name which is greater than 7. So how many names are there which are greater than 7? Just one, Himanshu. So if it will found at least one condition also, if it is getting satisfied here, you can see it will work. So you can say this will work like what? Or if you will get at least one element which is getting satisfied as per your condition, it will return true. Then you can use what? Sum method. If you want to check each and every element, then you can go with the every method. Okay. Now after this every and sum, we are going to check another method, that is find. Okay, that is fine. It also accepts what? This callback, and it will also accept these three parameters only. These are optionals. If you don't want index and array, you can remove that. Just you can take item. Okay, these are optionals. So here also these are optionals. If you want, you can take, otherwise you can remove these two. Okay, so when to use find, that we will see. Let's say if you are looking for any name, okay, and you are saying, hey, item is equal to let's say Arun. If I'm looking for this element, if it is true, no, if it is there, return it. Okay, that we can use uh oh, oh, yeah, fine. So if you are looking for any name here, as I have said, like if you're looking for any name, if it is there, then it will return. If it is not there, what you are getting as a result? Undefined. So if you want to find some element directly, okay, then you can use this method find. Okay, if it is there, it will return you the same value. Yeah, it is there. Otherwise you will get what? You will get undefined as a return value. So find also you can use directly. If you want to look for any exact value in the array, then you can use find. Another method here we have after that find is findIndex. Okay, the same thing. I'm going to copy this one, and here we have find index. This one is also going to accept a callback and the same three parameters, but I'm going to use just one. So let's say if I'm going to check here whether Arun is there or not. If it is there, return what? The index value of that particular element. So here we have this one Arun, and I'm getting what? Returned value as a, you can see what? Arun. Index value is 1. If I am trying to look for this one, so you are getting -1 as an index value. If it is not there, you will get -1. If it is there, you will get what? That particular index value. So here, if I'm going to search for Himanshu, a spelling mistake, yes, it is there. The index value is 4. So you can use findIndex method also if you want to check what the index value, and it will just look for the first occurrence. This one also, it is not going to check the next value. Now, one more thing here we have, that is let's say if you want to create a new array. So to create a new array, we have already seen, like directly we can write where and the array name and equal to then empty bracket, or if you want to add some element in it, that we have seen. The new array also we have seen. Another way is there that you can use here. Let's say you have console.log. Okay, console.log. Simply what I'm writing, there is a method directly inside this prototype, so you can use Array.of. Okay, and here if you will pass, let's say 1 comma 2 comma 3, so it is going to create a new array. You can see here, so whatever element you will pass, no, it will create that particular array. So what you can do is simply, I'm going to cut it from over here and will var new array is equal to this one, and simply I'm going to print this. So this is the third way that you can create an array. See here, we have this array and length is 3. Okay, so you can use Array.of if you want to create any array. Okay, now another method here we have, let's say if you have a kind of like array kind of data, but that is not array, then you can use that function or that method. Let's say here we have var str is equal to hello world. So this is a string. Okay, and I'm going to print here console.log str. So you are getting here hello world. But what if I'm going to access a string of 0? You will get H. A string of 4, you will get O. This is not an array, but we are still able to access those characters. Okay, here one by one. This is not actually array. This is like a primitive type, a string. But what if you want to make this one now in array form? So simply you can use here the array.from, and if I'll pass here str, see, it will return you this one in form of what? In form of array. Okay, so then you can use this is the first scenario. Second thing is, let's say we have not started right now that DOM thing, but still what I'm going to do is I'm just going to uncomment this one and we'll give here one ID called not required. See here we have lists. So here itself I'm going to show you. What I'm going to do is, when we will learn about DOM, then I'll show you. Just I'm showing you like what we can do by using Array.from. So here I'm using document.getElement by tag name. Okay, so tag name UL. So here we have just one collection, length is 0. Okay, so here which element I need to select? That element name I need to pass here, UL. So is there UL? Yeah, it is. Fine. One UL element is there. But how about this one? Sorry. This one. How many elements are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So these things looks like array, but it is not an array. So that I can prove here var ARR or AR is equal to this one. So array. So AR here we have. So it is not an array. It is saying that it is HTML collection. Okay. Let's say we have learned about the for loop, no? For in loop and for off loop. So var item of AR. Okay. Console.log here you are getting these elements. Okay, it is iterating. Okay, now if I'm writing AR of 0, you are getting first element here. It is selecting, see on the right hand side, it is able to select, but it is not exactly kind of what we say AR dot concat. Concat method we have learned, no? ARR. You are getting what? Error, because AR concat, when I'm writing, I'm getting error. But ARR, or simply I can write like this, ARR. Now I'm able to concat these two arrays. So see, because this AR is not an array, okay, AR is not an array, that's why I'm not able to add this array type of data to this one, because this is kind of collection. Here the name itself is saying, if you will see, this is HTML collection. So this is not exactly what? Array. So if you want to convert these things in form of array, so what you can do is here. Right now you are getting error because both of them are two different types of data. This is kind of array, but not exactly array, that is collection. And this is array. If you want to make that one also array, so simply what you need to do, you need to write here Array.from and then convert this one also into array, and then you will be able to add these things into this one. Okay, now you are able to see here these list items are there added as a what? Array elements. So this is another case when we will learn about the DOM, then you can use this Array.from to convert any array kind of data structure to an array form, exact array form. Then you can use this one. Even so, this is the one scenario that you can use. Another thing is, another method we are going to learn about is, that is, here we have where is that, this string, no? So we have learned about the Array.from, when to use this one. If you have a array kind of data structure or data which is dot an array, then you can convert this one into array by using Array.from. Now we have one method called console.log. If you want to check something whether it is an array or not, then simply you can write, hey, array dot is array, and this is one method. Here just you need to pass that particular identifier which you want to check here whether it is an array or not. So save it. It is not an array, this is one string. And here also, if you will try to check this one, okay, array dot is array, first check ARR. Okay, true, ARR is one array, but how about AR? This is not an array. So you can validate by using this Array.isArray method. You can use this one just to check whether it is an array or not. So this is another method that is also helpful. Now we have another method that we can use. Let's say here var, and I'm simply going to write var new array is equal to 1 comma, here we have 23 comma 34, and comma, here we have 2, comma 45, comma again here we have 98, comma 54. Okay, so you can see here we have a nested array. Okay, nested array. What if you want to, first I'm going to print this one, console.log. If I will print this one as a new array. Okay, so here I'm getting this form. First one, nested array is there, no? So one and then one array is there. If you'll expand, inside that here we have 23, 34, and then again array. Then we have 2, 45, again array. Then we have 98 and 54. So you can see the depth here. The nested array is there. First, I'm going to just I'm going to comment all these things. We'll save this one. See here. So what if you want these things as a like flat array? Okay, in one array only. So what you can do is simply new dot, we have one method called flat. Okay, so flat, and if you will not pass any argument, by default value is what? 1. So here now you will be able to see 1, 23, 34, 1, 23, 34, and then array. So one level in it is going by default if you are passing just depth level 1. So one nested level it is taking as a normal flat array. Now if you want the till second level you can pass 2. Now here you have 1, 23, 34, 2, 45, 1, 23, 34, 2, 45. Okay, till 2 level depth it is going, and you are getting a flattened array. But still here we have the last level, that is 94 and 54. So you can increase this one as 3, and you will get now a single array, flattened array. So then you can use flat. But in case if you have like n level of like depth of this one array, you don't know exactly. So what is the depth level of any array and what type of array you are going to get? So simply you can pass here infinity and it will work. So whatever the level is there, simply it will work here. Just you need to pass that value, and by default it will be 1. So whenever you want a flatten array, you can use this flat method. Okay, now we are almost done with the array methods, but still we have some like useful methods that we are going to learn about. So first we will learn about the for loop we have seen, for in loop we have seen already, for off loop we have seen. Now, is there any way that we can iterate through an array? Again, I'm going to comment this one. So few methods are there that we can use. The first one is where data, simply I'm declaring. Here I'm going to use forEach. ForEach is a function, okay, which also accepts a callback like this one. See, all these methods we have seen, no, sum, and then we have learned about the every, sum, find. So like that, it will also accept one callback. So here I'm going to write callback, and here this callback is also going to accept the same 3 parameters. The first one, if you remember, that was item. Another one is index, and the last one is what? Array itself, whatever the value you have. Okay, that array. Now I'm going to show you here that one, console.log, and here you will be able to see first what? Item, then comma, then index, and then comma, whatever the array is there. So it will iterate through that one. Array is not defined. That array, ARR, no? So ARR dot. for each. So see here, John 0. So John is the first value in first iteration. It will loop through all those items. So John 0 and then array. Arun 1, then array. Anil 2, then array. So it is iterating through all those values. And here we are able to see items, index, and array. So we have these three things accessible inside this callback function. Okay. So if you want to iterate, and based on that, if you want to write something, let's say return, okay, return if item dot length is equal equal to 4. Okay, I'm just saying like that. So here I need to print that data also, no, because the returned value you will see inside that data here, where data. So console.log. Now I'm going to print here data. So returned value I'm not getting here anything. Return item.length is greater than 4. Now based on this, like this is kind of iteration. Okay, if you'll use return, you are not getting anything here. So if you want to do something, let's say based on this iteration, this is also kind of for loop only. But what I'm trying to do is now array in original array only, array dot push. On each and every iteration, I'm going to do what? I'm going to push. Okay. And here what I am going to do is simply going to push the index value every time in each and every iteration. Let's see here. So here returned value I'm getting what? Undefined. And now if you will check the array here, the original array, you will get what? 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. So based on the like number of items, it is going to iterate here, and on each and every iteration, whatever you want to do, no, you can. Okay, so this is also kind of for loop you can use here, but here the access, you will be able to access item, that value, index, and that particular array. Based on that, you can manipulate, you can return whatever array you want, you can do that. Okay, so this is also kind of for loop only, you can use this. So here if you will see what I'm getting, I'm returning this one. So okay, if I'm not returning, then you will be able to see what will happen. Okay, in this case. So if you see here, I'm printing what first? Data and then array. So array is, you can see every time I'm pushing the index here in map, and the return type value. See, when you will use map, no, you are going to get a new array. It is not going to mutate the original array. You are going to get the new array. Okay. And with what value? If you are not returning anything, you will get those many times undefined, as many elements you have on that array which you are iterating through. Okay. Now, if you are going to return, let's say I'm going to simply check a condition here that if the item, whatever name I'm getting, no, item dot length is greater than equal to 4. So return type C, every time I'm getting what? Return type as in first condition true, second true, third true, fourth true, fifth true. If I'll write here 5, so first false, second false, third false. In the case of this one and the second last and last, you can see I'm getting what? Here the return type value. So whatever the condition you are writing, based on that you are going to get the value. But always remember, whatever the size of original array on which you are looping through or iterating through, those many items you are going to get here as a result. Okay, so let's say if I want to return here, let's say return index. So you will get index now instead of that true and false. So 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. How many times you are getting? As many items here we have. Okay. So map is nothing but if you want to iterate through that and you want to get a new element, a new array of element based on your like condition, like then you can use map. In for each we were not getting any returned value, but here in map we are getting a new array as a returned value, and in that whatever logic we are writing in between that callback function, we are getting as a returned value. If you are not returning something, you will get undefined, 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 those many times, as many items are there in that array. Then you can use what? Map. So when you can use map in real time, let's say you have like backend data, you are getting one object or JSON data, and based on that, all those strings, if you are getting, let's say name, okay, designation, something. So based on that, if you want to just invoke something like the HTML element in the DOM, then you can use map just to map those elements in the DOM, okay, in real time. And now you know as a return type what you are going to get here when you will use map. It won't change your original array. Okay. Now the next thing here, after this map method, we can go for the filter. Okay. Instead of map, we can use filter. So filter is like, here you need to just give a condition, and based on that only, it is also going to return one array. But if the condition is getting satisfied, then only it is going to return that particular value. So what I'm going to say, return first, return index. See, so index, if I'm saying simply here return index, I'm getting what? Tell me. I'm getting Arun, Anil, Anand, Himanshu. So why I'm not getting John? Because by default, if you will write return zero means simply it will skip there. That is a falsy value. Always it will take the Boolean result, and based on that, it is going to evaluate what? That particular value. If you will write one here, this is correct only. This is true. Here in that case, you are able to see that one, that data, John, Arun, Anil, Anand, Himanshu. Now what I'm going to write here, hey, check if item, okay, item is equal to Anil. So you will get here as a result what? Anil. So when you can use filter, let's say here you have a sort of list in your web page and you have a search box. Okay, search box. And just you are going to put a filter over there. Means if you will start typing something, so it will fetch from that object whether this list is available or not. And based on that only, it is going to show you that result. Then you can use what? Filter. So filter means here you can see, based on your condition only, it is going to return that particular array. If condition is not satisfied, if condition is not satisfied, it will give you an empty array because there is no result. But what was the condition for that map? Even though the condition is true or false, it is going to return you an array with that 5 elements only, because here we have right now 5. Okay, and in filter, based on your condition, it is going to return you the actual element. Okay, the one which you are looking for, and with that particular element only. If you are going to write another logic here, let's say if the item dot length is greater than 5, Then whatever the element you have, return it. Item dot length, length. So here we have greater than 5 is what? Himanshu only. If I'm saying simply greater than 4, you will get 2 values in array, and then you can display these two. So in real time, if you have like nested object also, and you have like multiple datas, you have like, let's say you are getting some data from the backend, movie data, let's say the movie name, poster, we will see actually in when we will start the async programming, no, in that I'll try to show you that one, and we will use this filter only to loop through that. Okay, so then you can use filter based on your search. It is going to return you the output. It will show you those many things only over there. So we left with just one method in array, that is reduce, that we will see tomorrow. So if you have any question till here, you can ask me.